Yes, my topic is people or technology, which is the first principle for design. I think I just stay there to listen the previously three talks. I think it's quite good because actually all the three lectures talking about specific topic on technologies. So I'm kind of the pure design background. Of course, we also learn a lot about technologies. So instead of like the zoom in about particular technology, I like to zoom out a little bit to talking about how we're thinking about the role of technology and the design. So why am I talking about this? This is some background of myself, what I'm doing now here in School of Design, Polytechnic University. We do actually in the education part to thinking what will be the technology elements to change the design education. So we do the reforming of the master and also the bachelor. So we will launch the new master and the new bachelor actually this month. So you will get all the new information of the curriculum on our website. So I'm leading about the new foundation year and also the IDBM. Currently we have the IDBM, the Master of Design. So it's a full name is International Design and Business Management. So it's a cross-disciplinary program. But my research actually is focused on design-driven entrepreneurship. So we are not talking design startup, but actually it's more like the design as an approach to support all the startup and also the entrepreneurship. So we also apply our research findings with industries, like we're working with Hong Kong Design Center to developing the first this kind of the training program to all the design startup. And we also bring design. So we're working with Hong Kong Design Association to bring design into tech startup. So like the incubation program, the tech startups in the Hong Kong Science Park. So this is the main domain areas about my research and application in education and industries. So that's the reason I want to talking a little bit zoom out to look at the relationship between people, technology, and the design. So we know we are familiar with this term, Industry 4.0, right? So this is actually raised by the Germany. Actually, the main focus is talking about technology and the manufacturing. So of course, you will see the generations from the Industry 1.0 to the 4.0. But different nations actually have their own perspective to look at the relationship between technology and the industries. For Industry 4.0, particularly is emphasized on manufacturing industry. And if we are familiar, you will know in the States, they actually use a term, more popular, CPS, a cyber physical system, which is a system integrate a cyber world and the physical world. But the issue is when the state raises this term, they notice, and they actually cause a lot of the arguments. They also notice it means one term. The term is a human. So then they change it into the HCPS, add the elements of the human. Then the system actually is more talking about the operation, the interface about the technology and industry, and the interface about the cyber worlds and the physical worlds, which actually can human being interact with these worlds and also the new CPS system. But another country, Japan, actually they don't talking so much about technology. Instead of they focus on the human. So they're talking human centered. This perspective to look at the relationship between the CPS and the human being. So they mentioned the term Society 4.0. So today I won't give the detailed description and the definition about all those kind of the terms, but this actually will be kind of the more like the fundamental knowledge when we're talking and training our students here. So how you can understand what is a technology, because as all the lecturers mentioned, they are more a kind of the expertise on specific area of the technology. But for us, we want our students, first of all, to have a holistic view about what happened and the relationship between the technology and the human being. So this actually is some basic principle for us to thinking and also develop the new programs. When we look at the different display, like the business, it's talking the consumer or customer. So they only actually more focus on the marketing and how the decision making, when the consumer want to buy something or purchase something, how they make the decision, right? And for the design display, when we study people, we call them user. So who are the user? Like the user persona, right? And then talking the technology, actually they look at the people as a human being. Like my colleagues who working on the economics, they measure the height, they measure the head, they measure the foods, feeds. So they actually look at people as a body, as a physical body, right? To study as a human being. So one of the concepts we want to raise up when we use the term people here, actually it's mean cross-disciplinary thinking, not a limited role as a people, as a consumer, only thinking how to establish a relationship with people and brands as a consumer, right? To change their role as a people into a consumer. Or we don't just limit the role as a user in the design display. Instead, we're talking about cross display. So one element is talking, okay, people center. So we need really thinking as a people, what are the needs they require. So it's not the technology first, it might be the people first. So there's a lot of elements I'm thinking behind this. Because of time issue, I only just sharing quickly what we're concerned now and here. We do the research, even talking how to create a value of the design from design with application of the technology for the society or even for the markets. So if we're talking about a particular, if we say, okay, design can solve the problem or technology can help us to solve the problem, but that's his mean. If you find a problem, you solve the problem. It's just me achieve the target is me. There's no problem anymore. So when we're talking the people center, the way after thinking is a better word, right? So the better word actually you needed to create a wish list. I mean, create it doesn't mean I ask people what is your wish list. Actually, as a designer, we can create a wish list. That is a kind of some movies. The last lecture just showed, right? Um, those movie actually is also some creation of the wish list. So what is a better word? So if we identify and define a better word, so we can trace back to define, okay, what exactly the current problems, and then we can form a solution. Okay, so this is the main topics I want to cover today. So you may say, oh, this is too big. We want to particular maybe focus on technology side or how this concept can relate it to our practice. I'd like to show some example we do in our ITBM, the master program. I lead the whole team to running this master program. And this one is delivered since 2013. So we actually have the students groups to working on at least throughout the 1 year, at least working on 3 projects. So here is a list of our partner. For the first project, we call it a local NGO project, NGO clients. So it's kind of the easier because it's no commercial elements inside. So we put all this basic thinking, of course, it's more detail about like we're sharing our research findings about how to deliver design-driven entrepreneurship and with our students, and they have the ability to working on this kind of the project. So they have to create a wish list, whether will be a better word for this partners, industry partners. And after that, they will move to the second project we call the regional project, regional clients. So they are commercial clients. Here is a list we have ever working together. Like the last year, we're working on MOX, the standard charter new bank service is mobile. So we see we actually not limited any kind of industry sectors or technologies because we think this is some actually design can contribute. We don't actually limit it in particular technologies and industry sectors because we contribute a kind of the way of the thinking and the exploration and the definition. And then the third project we were working with, we call the international leading brands on particular industry sectors. the same. We actually help them to face to the challenge of this industry. We give the solution for them. Okay, so this is what we do. I'd like to show some two examples. We're talking about zoom out, right? We don't focus on particular technology. Now we zoom out to talking about so many big terms. Then I want to zoom in again to show, okay, how we landing these ideas in our IDBM project. I want to show the two examples of our project. The first one, we're working with a Renault. 3 years ago. We're talking actually what will be the future about the automobile. Not about automobile industry, but about automobile brand. So when we talk brand, is also kind of commercial elements inside. So we have 5 teams to working on this project. Here I want to show the video of one team's work to you.
Vicky is a self-expressive girl. She loves different cultures, arts and crafts, finding different ways to explore her inner self. Today, she visited a hip area after work to ease her mind. Oh, what a lovely piece of art. I wonder what this is about. Vicky scanned the QR code and found out it is an European Encore artist collaboration with LIU Partnership. She wanted to know more about this lifestyle brand. It seems like a mixture of lifestyle quality and art by a French car maker, Renault. This seems interesting. It is getting late and her husband is waiting at home. Maybe they'll explore more next time. After dinner, the couples are having some time of their own. Vic came across with an article of LIU program she saw earlier and let David know straight away. This seems intriguing. We had been planning to buy a car for a while. This lifestyle seemed to suit us. The couple spent most of their savings on the wedding and property, so they had to delay their plan of getting a car. Moreover, there's simply too much hassle from financing, maintaining, or simply getting a number plate. Car purchase is always a big binding decision, but in LIU by Renault, it seems very flexible and adaptable with a subscription plan. David think, this car looks great, and we can keep our options open to more opportunities in work, relocation, or even having a baby. Vicky can't wait to discover those unique and exquisite workshops she found. Let's go visit the hub and find out more about LIU subscription. The couple arrives at the hub and are greeted by Pierre, the manager of LIU. He shows them around the hub and explains, subscribing as a member will allow them to access any LIU hub in China, allowing them to explore an exquisite lifestyle via a range of private workshops, such as Dine and Wine, Active and Health, Culture and Arts, even public space for exhibition and co-working. Vicky really loves what she is hearing, learning another way to express herself. Pierre invited them to join a coffee-making workshop and get a sense of LIU by Renault. The couple enjoyed the time with their own hand-brewed coffee, feeling that they are already part of this community. Pierre continued explaining how LIU subscription works. Range of packages with a flat monthly fee. Vehicle options including maintenance, insurance, and licenses. This is just the couple have ever imagined. This will save them so much stress and hassle, and it's all down to the test drive. Both of them took the Clio for a spin, and they just love it. During the drive, they had already decided to be part of this LIU community. Hooray! Pierre guides them through the documentation and processes. Now, the wait for the car begins. The LIU package had arrived. A stunning bracelet car key and a smooth membership card. The car is waiting outside already. Now, it is time to sign up for more interesting activity. The range of selection is very broad, mostly catered for all family members from young to elderlies. Let's explore the full arrangement class first, then drag David along next time with me. This is gonna be interesting. Vicky is very excited for her class, and of course driving a new Renault. She's a fast learner. After a few months, she's already top of her class and having her work displayed in the LIU exhibition. This sparks the idea of having her own flower shop. As for David, another business trips come by. This time, he doesn't waste time seek for cafe seats in between meetings in an unfamiliar cities. He just go to LIU Hub to work and meet his business partner, completing deals after deals. This time, Vicky managed to grab David to join the LIU baking class. She signed themselves up as David's birthday treat. Spending more time together and learning new skills from a famous chef from La Cordon Bleu. They never knew making croissant is that difficult, but with the help of the pro, they instantly transformed the hub into a cafe in Paris. That's just marvelous. After a year, Vicky successfully opened her own online shop and became the best florist in her neighborhood. And David managed to strike more deals than he could ever get, becoming the regional manager. With both of their lives and car well taken care of, the couple grew into a bigger family. A little baby was born. And they were so glad they signed up to the La Vie by Renault subscription. Now, they will be able to move to a large apartment much closer to their parents' home. With La Vie, they could easily convert their Clio into an e-space for the whole family. La Vie will always be supporting their family in different chapters of life, making sure they will be able to pursue their own quality in life. La Vie to truly live.
So this is one example of the students' work to working on that. So every time when watching this video, just remind me one thing. Most of the interior actually is from our building, School of Design. So any of you, if you are interested to visit us, you are definitely welcome. And also we have the team to working on this kind of the projects here, leading the several teams working on this. Especially we deliver not only business model, but the total solution, including the thinking about the technology and the consumers. So the second project I want to share is our last year, we're working with International Flavor and Fragrancy, which is a top supplier of the flavor and fragrancy in the world. But their challenge actually is how to change their position in the industry, industry chain, especially, sorry, as a supplier, they want to be a kind of a heart of the innovation platform to working with their clients. So they don't want to be a kind of keep currently supplier and buyer relationship with, for example, P&G and Levi. So how we can move on and to be a kind of the co-design or co-creative partner with their clients. So this actually their challenges. So the target, we're talking about how to change from supplier to an innovation partner. So we're working with IFF and also Levi together with this project. So here another video to show just one of the team's work.
In 2020, global pandemic hits all over the world, forcing people to wear masks and wash their clothes as often as possible. This is Amy, 25 years old designer, lives in Shanghai, who's excited about her life. Now she needs to wash her clothes every day, because when she get out, she's worried that her clothes can expose by virus. It's just that there's no time to do the laundry so frequently. And there's no laundry products that can support and ease her daily life. Everything seems too similar. She's looking for something different that can ease her daily life, especially during this situation. have a peace of mind. As cities start to reopen, mobility starts to picking up, and travel are widely allowed. It is important to learn our lesson. Start to rethinking the way we live, rethinking the way we do laundry, to achieve clean and sustainable future.
Okay, so I think I can finish my talk here, and it's time for questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Liu, for your so impressive presentation. Now we move to our Q&A session. So first question, should we have a certain amount of work experience and must have experience before entering this field?
No, you don't need. It depends on what kind of the field the questions comes from. If you say whether you are willing to working on this kind of the, whether you are willing to working on this kind of the project, I think it doesn't matter about the working experience, because in those kind of the project we have many criteria to select the team partner to working on this. Normally we have fresh graduate student from undergraduate level. And then also we have like the CEOs who already running their business over 20 years. So we're requiring them to work together, because it's the most challenge elements to working in a cross-disciplinary and cross-cultural teams. But this is also a very good opportunity for them to learn each other and have kind of more ideas, inspirations. So that's actually kind of the requirement when we create this kind of the team for this challenge project. So it doesn't matter about the working experience, but of course you may have the working experience. You can be the fresh graduate students and working here, and what you can contribute is more creative ideas. And you can learn very fast, and you have the passion to apply the new technology and the new ideas. You're familiar with the young generation, the lifestyle. But if you have the richer working experience, actually you can actually contribute more like the management, especially the project management, and also the feasible solutions. So I would say it's quite open.
Okay, thank you. So second question is about, for the design management, so do you encourage a young student to do the entrepreneur just graduated from school? And so as you can see, the design management is increasingly important for every company or in the future. So what's your opinion?
Yeah, this is my domain area. I started on this. I do my longitude study to follow the development of many startups. I agree. Actually, you need to accumulate kind of the working experience in the industry. I think that for the fresh graduate students to start up, it also depends on what will be your stress. So if you really have some pattern, you have some technologies as the main core competitiveness of your business, then you actually, I don't think most of the case, undergraduate or postgraduate level, you can really have the leading technology in the field that you can apply on the markets. So that's where be the problems. So it really depends on what kind of the business sectors and the industry sector you want to working on. But for design stuff, it's a little bit easier because there's no technology barriers, but it's also mean how you can differentiate yourself with the competitors as a newcomer in the industry, in the business markets. That is another problem. So what I suggest actually, yes, you may actually attend some startup team to accumulate the experience. This is one solution. Another solution is, I'm not familiar with now in China mainland, but I know China mainland have many good platforms in incubation platform. So such as what we do here in Hong Kong, we actually also encourage our students start up. I do actually deliver the subject, we call the design entrepreneurship in our school. at undergraduate level, and also we emphasize on this entrepreneurship things at a master program level. But I actually partner with many incubation platforms and the programs in Hong Kong. So that's mean if the student really gets some very good idea from the subject, they can move on to our university incubation platform, which is maybe 1 year or 2 year. So if they can graduate successfully, that is after the pre-incubation process, we can recommend them to the incubation programs. So like if there's tech startup, then we'll recommend them to the Hong Kong Science Park incubation program. If they are design startup, so we can recommend them to the Hong Kong Design Center, the design incubation program. So that incubation program normally is kind of the 2 years. So the 2 years, actually, after the 2 years, you are ready to launch your product on the market. So then let's see, after you graduate from the incubation program, whether your products can launch on market successfully, whether you can maintain your business. So if yes, you get it very successfully, all comes from the first batch of the products, then you can continue your business, right? So that will be a next chance you can attend some, we call the acceleration projects or programs. So further incubation. So this is normally the process. So yes, one solution I suggest you can go to some startup team to accumulate experience. Another way you can attend those kind of the pre-incubation, incubation programs. So then there have the mentorship and many facilities and also funds to support you develop your ideas and building your team.
Okay, great. Thank you for your